Is there a past relationship that every time you think about it, you feel nauseous, sick to your stomach, or flooded with rage? Maybe you try to suppress those memories as quickly as possible. You try to forget and pretend those things never happened. But feelings of insecurity, fear, or worthlessness are always there, gnawing at you. I know I have. If you've experienced trauma in a relationship, this response is all perfectly normal and healthy. In fact, this is how your brain has dealt with the trauma, to keep you safe. If what once kept you safe is now keeping you stuck, stick with us. We're going to talk about how to overcome relationship trauma. This channel is all about healing from trauma so you can feel safe, whole, and worthy of love. Please join us, and remember to subscribe and click the bell to be sure you don't miss a thing. Relationship trauma is not just physical or sexual abuse. It can include mental and emotional harm as well. Often the mental and emotional injuries are harder to recognize and explain because of the manipulation, along with the reality that wounds and scars are often unseen. You cannot take a picture of your self-doubt, your shattered worth, and fragmented self-image and say, "This is what happened to me, and it was wrong. I need help and healing because I deserve to feel worthy, loved, and safe in my relationships." Did you know emotional abuse is present in about 80% of intimate relationships, while 50% of couples report experiencing lifetime emotional abuse by a partner? The reality is, chronic emotional abuse and even neglect can be just as devastating as physical or sexual abuse. It comes from not being seen, not being understood, and having nowhere to feel safe. Being treated this way is devastating for anyone and is particularly destructive for children. If you've experienced emotional trauma as a child, chances are it has been a part of your adult relationships also. Some of the biggest challenges when it comes to healing from a traumatic relationship is feeling like you can move on, feeling like you're worth it, feeling like you can leave all the challenges of the past behind. And what you need to do in those moments is remember what you would tell your child, or your best friend, or your sister, or your brother, that they are worthy of feeling loved, safe, and respected. And if you are in a relationship right now that does not help you in feeling loved, safe, and respected, you either need to get the support that you need, or you need to move to a place where you can. A lot of times, it's going to take a ton of support getting out of an unhealthy relationship. And you might have been in a situation in that unhealthy relationship where you feel isolated, where you've been cut off from the people that in your past have supported you, family members, friends, that you're not as close as you once were. Please know that those people, they still love you and that they want to help you. And if you're not wanting to talk about the trauma or the abuse that's gone on, you don't need to. But what you do need to do is reach out to people you can depend on. And if you don't know anyone, look for a domestic violence shelter. Look for city resources. They are almost everywhere. And just say, I'm not in a healthy place and I need to leave for my own health and potentially for the health of your children. And so reach out and get that support. And I know some days that it seems like a monumental task. I know when I went through my first divorce, there were a lot of challenges. I had been a primarily stay-at-home mom. I had a 1-year-old son, and there was some family relationship dynamics, extended family relationship dynamics that weren't the best. But I was able to say that this isn't working for me and that I need to leave. And so if you need to, plan out what that looks like in advance. If you need to save money so that you have the financial means to do so, start saving the money. If you need to work a part-time job or babysit extra kids to be able to do that, start doing that now. Put together a plan that works for you. But please know, if there is ever an issue with physical safety, you need to leave now. And that is what domestic violence shelters and services are for. Reach out to church or clergy members because there is the support there for you. And it's not about answering all the millions of questions you have in your mind of how am I going to pay all the bills, or how am I going to get through the next week or the next month. The only job that you have is to get through today. And the only job that you will have tomorrow is to get through that day and to focus on what you need to do to show up for yourself in a healthy way and to show up for any children that you might have also in a healthy way. Focus on your strengths and what you can do today, and I promise it does get better. A lot of times in life, there's a pivot point. And what that looks like is we can keep doing all the things that we've ever done. And that's the easy decision for the short term. For today, we can keep doing what we've always done. It's easy to stay. It's easy to keep doing what you've always done. The harder thing to do today is the easier thing to do in the long run. And that's what you need to recognize. That while it's harder to make the changes today, and that it's harder to get out of an unhealthy relationship for today, you will be so much happier and so much healthier in the future doing what you need to do for you and for potentially your children. Lastly, if you feel like the relationship trauma that you've experienced is your fault, I'm here to tell you that it's not. The abuse or the trauma that you've experienced is never the fault of the person who's been traumatized. It is always the responsibility of the person who has perpetrated the abuse. And while the responsibility of the abuse is not yours, the opportunity to heal and the opportunity to grow through this challenge is yours if you choose to take it. If you'd like another video like this one, check out our video, 4 tips to having a healthy relationship. If this video has been helpful, will you do me a favor? Please share this video with a loved one who needs support in their healing journey. Also remember to subscribe, click the bell, and watch the next video. Until next time, keep shining. We need your light.